I started a business in 2023, roughly 7, 8 months ago. And today, alhamdulillah, we make £10,000 a month. I want to talk to you today about how I went and took my business from making nothing, how I went from, the UK, as someone who doesn't live in Pakistan, now operating in business in Pakistan. How did we get clients? How did we set up? And what exactly did we do? That's something I want to talk to you about today. Now, the thing is, you don't need to go to Pakistan to set up exactly what I've set up. You don't need to have any sort of background in Pakistan. Actually, you could be in the UK and set up this same business in Thailand, in India, and actually Somalia, Africa, or wherever you want, and you don't even need to go to those countries. I'll explain how, but I'll tell you how I did it first. Now, as many of you guys will know, I have a background in recruitment. I've been running my recruitment company for the last 6, 7 years now. Alhamdulillah, it runs at a good level now, and I don't really need to be too involved with the recruitment company. We have our clients, we do work with Saudi, we do work with the UK, we make a decent amount where I can manage it maybe 1 or 2 days a week. So that's when I decided I wanted to set something up in Pakistan. What do? We provide sales, marketing, basically any sort of services that people can do from abroad, or remote working, sales, marketing, even stuff in AI, web design, editing, we will be doing from Pakistan. So the idea with this office is people in the West obviously use these skills, sales and marketing, and etc, etc. We are then going to provide that skill from Pakistan. In Pakistan, you're going to be paying a fraction of what you will be paying in the West. A simple reason for that is because it's much cheaper to live in Pakistan. A house here costs 200,000-300,000. Actually, that was about 10 years ago. A house now costs about £500,000, but a house in Pakistan, a very nice house, will cost about 70, 80, 90,000 pounds. And so obviously the cost of living is much lower. And so the average pay in Pakistan is roughly 70 to 80,000 rupees a month. And that's the average pay for someone who's quite skilled, which means roughly £200. Now, by the way, I'm talking about Pakistan, but I need you guys to understand that's the same in Thailand, in India, in other countries. I don't mean the average salary, but I mean that people in these countries will obviously do the work for much less. So what I realized is I needed to get clients on in the UK, in Canada, and America. What we've decided to do is do it for the UK, Canada, and America. And the whole reason we're doing that is so, well, we can work around the clock. We've got our offices where we pay £1,000 a month roughly, and we've got our employees where someone can start on a salary of 60, 70,000 rupees a month, and actually all the way up to 1,80,000 rupees, which roughly works out to be about £400, £500. Now, the way we make it work for our clients as well as us is one person will look after 2 or 3 companies. And so the cost of one person, the client will cover. So we will say to the client or the company that you need to pay us £400 or £500 a month to have this person carry out work for you. Now, this person doesn't need to work 12 hours a day or 10 hours a day for this one company. They will get that work done in 4 or 5 hours. That means the cost of that person is covered by one company. We can have 2 companies or even 3 companies for one person. And so one person ends up making about £800 all the way up to £1,200. And so we do see a decent amount of profit, £500-600 per person. Now, am I seeing this as the place where I'm going to make £1 million a month? Probably not. The likelihood is what I really enjoy is actually giving back to the country where my parents come from and where my background is. And so I love to be able to create jobs and create employment. And we don't, I promise you, make a lot of money. However, we're creating jobs. And that is the main part. I am creating jobs in a business and I am therefore able to, help out a lot of people. However, you can make 5, 6, 7, 8,000 pounds very quickly. And we did that. And I'm going to tell you exactly how you could do that for the country or from the country that you want to work with. Now, there are a lot of people from Thailand, India, Pakistan. In fact, Pakistan is the 2nd largest freelance provider currently, where you can just put an advert out on Indeed and get a lot of people to apply to your job. Now, once people start applying, let's say they're looking for 50, 60, 70,000 rupees, you can actually ask them to carry out the work from home. You will need them to go out and purchase a laptop or a phone. Maybe they might have this service already. And you may need them to install the products and the services. And I'll tell you what those are. But you may need to get someone, hire them 60, 70,000 rupees, find a client in the UK. How can you find a client? I'm going to mention that as well. But by doing that, you've got 2, 3 people who will work for you and start working for you. Now, the softwares and the products and the services you need, obviously, you need something where they can call from. Now, they need to get a VoIP phone. A voice over internet, IP, whatever it's called, a VoIP phone, give it a Google search. They will need to get that in from Pakistan. Now, that allows them to call from Pakistan to the UK. That is if they're going to make calls. If they're going to do marketing, if they're going to do design, if they're going to do something else, you don't need that either. Actually, they can work from Pakistan and you just need to get them the clients from the UK. So a laptop may cost, £400-500, and to get someone in, it's going to cost you £200 to £400, depending on obviously the experience. Now imagine you can have 3 employees working for you for £1,000. £1,000, you can have 3 employees working from home, carrying out marketing, design, editing, that sort of thing, and you don't even need to get involved in the VoIP side where they need to call for you, if that's what you want to do. Now, what you need to do is go get clients. And so the likelihood is someone is going to trust you because you are from the West, if you guys are watching from the West. And if you're not, then I'm still going to tell you how you can get clients from even Pakistan, India, and the Philippines or Thailand. You have to start getting active on LinkedIn. And I'll tell you exactly the strategy you can use to get clients from LinkedIn. The first thing you need to do, and it's not that difficult at all, is start posting on LinkedIn. Something about what you're doing, about exactly how you have got to where you've got to, how you're starting an office in wherever you're starting, how you're getting people to work from the country they're working for. You need to be a bit active. I would say 2 posts a day on LinkedIn you should be putting out. Now, once you start putting out 2 posts a day, I would say 2 months later, you'll be surprised how much growth you can see. See, LinkedIn is not as difficult to grow on as compared to Instagram, TikTok, and the other likes because, well, there's less people on there. And so it's much easier to grow on LinkedIn, especially right now. And the people you have on LinkedIn, they have money because, there's companies on LinkedIn, there are directors on LinkedIn. And so you get to speak to the people that you need to speak to. So be active on LinkedIn. Now, obviously, you can send the emails. Obviously, you can make calls, and you should do that. So if you're really trying to make this a success and get to £10,000 a month, then you can make it a success by making the calls, sending emails out, and being active on LinkedIn. And you do that for 3 months, and I genuinely believe this. You do that for 3 months, you will get 7, 8, 9, 10 clients, and I'm very sure and I'm very confident of that because a lot of people need these skills, and you are offering something at a fraction of the price, and the skill, you are very skilled people in these countries as well. And that is the business model. That's how you would get a client. You make the cold call, you make the emails, you do the LinkedIn. Now look, I've given you the full plan. I've told you exactly how I did it. I told you exactly how you can do it. You don't even need to go to these countries. This is something you can practically do in the evenings and on the weekends. It's something I've done, it's worked for me, and I'm telling you exactly how you can do it. So if you've liked this video, make sure to give this video a like, share with your family and friends. That's all from me today.